everybody. I wanted to get on here and share a cute little project or gift that I have made, gosh, for like 20 something years, and maybe you've seen it, and I'll show you kind of the afterwards, but it's a very easy and cool looking mini album. And so what you guys will need is you're gonna need 3 pieces of standard 12 by 12 cardstock. You'll want 2 pieces of chipboard. This is a little flimsier than I'd like, so I'd do a little thicker than this, but 2 6 by 6 pieces. And then you're gonna need some pattern paper, 6.5 by 6.5 at a minimum, some ribbon, and the ability to score. So either a scoring blade like this or a bone folder. And then you'll want some additional embellishments and paper and so forth, and some photos that have a lot of background behind them so that you have a wider area to work with. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make this mini album. Changed out to my scoring blade, and I am gonna start by scoring this sheet basically like a T. We're gonna do 6 by 6. And we're gonna do that to all 3 pieces. And then I'm gonna score my 2 pattern pieces, just like a 1/4 inch on each side. So this is 6.5, so I'll do a 1/4 inch here, flip it, a 1/4 inch here, a 1/4 inch here, and a 1/4 inch here. Hopefully I did that right. Okay, so now I've scored all of my pieces. So that's gonna be the first portion of this. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna begin the folding, and I cannot find my bone folder, so I'm gonna just use this popsicle stick. So I'm gonna find those lines that we created. We're basically gonna do your hamburger, I think that's what they say in grade school, your hamburger, and then your hot dog. Nope, I did it backwards, but you know what I mean. And you're gonna do that on all of them. Okay, so now I'm gonna adhesive this together. So what we're going to do is we want to create this pop out like this. I'm not sure if you can see that. The idea is that it will fold into itself like this and create an album. So I am going to glue here on the inside of the one that pops out. And I'd use lots of adhesive here. Something permanent for sure. And you'll see that I'm gonna take this, and they're gonna be opposite of each other, and they're gonna just fit in, that square is gonna fit in really nicely, okay? And I'm gonna just really kind of get that nice and solidified, okay? And then we're gonna do the same here. Of course, I'm gonna run out of adhesive. Hopefully I have more somewhere here. And we are gonna take that, and you'll see I'm gonna stick it in here. And again, just kind of really get it lined up, and then now I've created kind of this origami that's gonna pull together. So that's the base of the album. Okay, so now we're gonna take our chipboard and our pattern paper, and we're gonna basically wrap the outside. So you can see that I created those little scoring lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that square out of each corner so that I can kind of wrap the chipboard. My hands are shaky, sorry guys. Probably need to eat something. And we'll do that on both. And you could do a little bit wider than I did. You know, you could do a 7x7 to give yourself a little bit more room to wrap it. We're gonna do that on this one as well. Can you see it okay? Okay, and then you're just gonna go ahead and fold those score lines over for whatever pattern you're gonna use. So I'm gonna use this beautiful floral from our current kit, which is Darling Sparkle and Shine, and it features Simple Stories Wildflower collection, which I think is pretty tough to find right now. They are officially, I did not score this very well, guys. But, and then what I'm gonna do is just use my adhesive, and I'm just gonna cover my book here. So then we're gonna go ahead and cover this. Yeah, I would do a little bit more on my corners here. We're just gonna bend that over. It'll look fine. I would probably, when I'm putting this together normally, use a hot glue gun to attach it to my base, just to make sure it's like really solid. Then you're gonna decide what is your front cover and what's your back cover, because you're gonna put ribbon. And I actually am gonna use this for my front cover. So I'm gonna take our frazzles, which come in every kit. And I'm probably gonna use, I think I'm gonna use both. So I'm gonna take and make them the same length, okay? And then I'm gonna want to glue them down right in the, I keep using that one that has nothing in it. Glue them down right in the middle here. This is where I would probably use hot glue. So let's see here. And you can always trim them up after the fact, but okay, so we're gonna go here. And go here. Okay. And then hot glue would be really good right here. But I want to make sure kind of that center is going to pop. Let's do it like this. Okay. And then this one, and then here you would figure out how much you want to do for your ribbon, whether you want big bows or smaller bow. can trim it up. Whether you want to do a bow or knots. These are the worst scissors. Okay. So you can kind of see, you can put a photo here, and I'll probably show you my decoration after. But if we open this up, and then voila, you've got, you're gonna put photos and different pattern paper in there, and you've created a really quick and cute mini album. So I will finish that off and then post some photos of what that looks like all completed. Okay, so I started to decorate it a little bit, and I just wanted to show you a couple things. So I just did a bigger picture and a couple little embellishments, and then I'll tie that just because I kind of want it to be like a little coffee table album. But the easiest way for you to kind of fill these spaces is if you have the ability to kind of print the photos the size, like probably 5.5 or 5 inch by 5 inch, because in some cases you might need to divide that photo in half, which people I think sometimes struggle with. But you can either cut through, or you can find a photo, this is not a good example, but a photo that where the majority of the image is on one side or the other. When you're decorating, you're gonna just mostly decorate with photos and pictures. I would choose some paper, and then I would do some blocks of like 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then the rest of them, you know, just to save on your paper, create that size, and then you're gonna cut it diagonally down the middle. And you'll get 2 patterns out of it if you're using a double-sided, which our paper is generally double-sided. So for this, I might, on one side, do, let me see that here. And then on the other side, I might maybe switch the pattern up and do the opposite. So you can see I kind of have a 12 by 12 page that's sitting here, but it's gonna fold into itself. So you would then add your photos, bigger photos here, maybe you're journaling, but it's a nice little cute album that is, I mean, honestly, we can all create this with the stash that we have, and it's a perfect little gift. So I'll put some photos up and some directions with some measurements, and if you have any questions, let us know.